Hey guys, how you been? Hellhound here, and I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I would do one today. Um, I'm sure you guys all remember that there's a lot of great movies coming out this year. Most of them superhero films. In fact, I think all the ones I wanted to see are superhero films, based on comic books. and well, I already saw Deadpool, which was the first one, first superhero film to be released this year. And what can I say? I loved it. And so I figured what I would do is, after seeing these 9 films, I'll make a video giving my thoughts and first impressions on each one. Not really a review per se, um, but like just my general what I took away from when I left the theater. I also have yet to see Batman vs Superman, which I'm really excited for. And of course, Captain America, Civil War, as well as the Gambit movie, Doctor Strange, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows, X-Men Apocalypse, and I think a couple others. Yeah, I just can't wait to see all those movies. I'm very thrilled for all of them. And I figured I would give a little miniature, some of my own feedback. From my own experience at the theater. So I'll start with Deadpool, since that's the first superhero movie we have this year, and I thought it was very well done. I'm not a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, and I didn't think he was right at all for Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I mean, let's face it, that movie was a huge letdown. It wasn't horrible, but it just could have been so much better. That just made it all the more disappointing. So I'm glad Ryan Reynolds got a second chance to prove that he can play a comic book superhero. And do a pretty good job. I think he pretty much nailed Deadpool. And it was the second time playing the character too, after X-Men Origins Wolverine almost ruined the character, and their bastardization version. That was just terrible. And this movie ignores that completely, by the way. It does poke some fun at it and make a really funny reference to it, so keep a lookout for that. This is definitely the funniest superhero movie you'll ever see. It is hilarious. It is just a riot. Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson is just, oh my gosh, he's so funny. He pretty much jokes all the time. Pretty much everything he says is a wisecrack and a one-liner, much like in the comic books, which this was very, very close to, by the way. It followed the comics very closely. He even breaks the fourth wall constantly. Now, I'm not sure if, the breaking the fourth wall is just between him and the audience, or if other characters can hear him doing it. There is a one point at Colossus, who's done very well in this movie, by the way. He wasn't wasted like he was in the X-Men films. There's one point where he hears Deadpool talking out loud, and Deadpool explains, "I'm talking to them, not you," the audience. So I'm not really sure how he could. That's my only problem with the movie is I'm not sure how Deadpool, the character, and the universe scene in this movie could fit in with the more serious X-Men movies, because he breaks the fourth wall, and basically if they tie it into the X-Men universe, that means that they're all just movies. And the eternal logic is that we're just watching a movie. I know this is what's happening in real life, but if you know what I'm saying, breaking the fourth wall isn't really something that a lot of movies do. Of course, Deadpool, it's okay if he does it because he did it in the comics. He's just hilarious, But anyway, it's not really important. That didn't take away from the movie or anything. But yeah, Colossus was very well done. He was actually given a lot to work with, a lot of screen time, a lot of dialogue, unlike in X2 and X-Men The Last Stand, where all he did was pretty much show up, turn into metal, and throw Wolverine in the danger room for some reason. So yeah, he was pretty much wasted in those movies. He's getting a lot of work with here. They definitely did the character a lot more justice than they did in past films, so that's good. I think my favorite part is probably when Deadpool references to Professor X being either Stewart or McAvoy, being played by both Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy. That was just hilarious. That was a riot. Almost, oh my gosh, that was just side-splitting. A lot of his comments were just so funny. I can't remember them all, and I won't spoil the rest of them since that's the main reason to see the movie. But yeah, as I said, Ryan Reynolds did a fine job as the Merc with a mouth, with the scarred face. It felt like he just hopped right out of a comic book and onto the big screen, so that was good. The villain Ajax, you definitely wanted him to get his comeuppance. He's the one who made Deadpool what he was. He gave him his powers to be able to regenerate and heal himself. Not as rapidly as Wolverine does, though. It actually takes a lot of time, hours and hours. He even grows a hand a severed hand back at one point, which calls some really funny dialogue as well. You'll see what I mean if you see the movie. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. The only other mutant besides Deadpool and Colossus is and Ajax, the villain, is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. The mutant who is, I think, debuted like in the late 90s, early 2000s in X-Men comics. Might have been X-Force, actually. I don't know. It's been a while, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, she got her name from a Monster Magnet song. And here, she doesn't have telepathy, but rather she has, her powers are more similar to Cannonball, who I think he was originally going to be in it. But they replaced him with her because she had a cooler name, or so I've heard. And Cable is not in the movie, but I hear that he will be in the next one, so that'll be good. There's going to be a sequel. And if you do see the movie, definitely stay tuned to after the end credits. The post-credit scene is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Deadpool is just the funniest comic book character ever, and they really did him justice in this movie. And it'll definitely get the bad taste out of your mouth left by X-Men Origins Wolverine. That version was beyond terrible. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. We started off to a great start with the superhero movies this year. Lots more to look forward to in 2016. Let's see, anything else I have to say about Deadpool? Well, I will say that the scenes where he's being given his superpowers and tested and stuff, they're trying to initiate his mutation. They're trying to trigger it, I guess. They're really disturbing. I mean, he was just tortured. It shows him screaming. You almost forgot that you were watching a really funny superhero film for a moment. He even says himself, "Oh, did I say it was a superhero movie? It's actually a horror movie." Yeah, he provides commentary, pretty much narrates the entire film, which works very well, I must say. I kind of wish there had been a little more of a storyline behind, besides him just seeking vengeance against his, tormentor, the guy given his powers. But, oh well, no big deal. There's another person with superhuman powers. It's Ajax's assistant. She has superhuman strength. And I think a few others. And it's really funny how the only people shown at the X-Men Academy, Professor X's school for gifted youngsters, actually makes an appearance in the film. Deadpool references that Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are the only ones he sees. It's as if the studio can only afford the two of them. But yeah, it's just so funny. He's choosing the scenery and just in every moment. It's just hilarious. And he wants to get back with his girlfriend, but he's afraid she'll reject him because of his hideously disfigured face and stuff, caused by the process in which he was given his mutation. But, so it's a little bit of love story too, and it turns out well. He even makes fun of Green Lantern as well. He says something like, "Please don't make my suit green and animated." So it pretty much covered it covered everything that we really wanted to see in a Deadpool movie. I think it did very well. And I look forward to seeing more of the character, whether it's in an X-Men film or another, sequel starring him, which was definitely hinted at. And I've read some rumors that there will be another Deadpool movie, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Well, basically all I have to say about it. I definitely highly recommend it. I give it a really high 8 out of 10. It's almost a 9, very close to a 9 actually. I only give it an 8 because, as I said, I kind of felt like there should have been more of a storyline. It definitely felt more like an origin movie. I think in the next movie we'll see Deadpool getting to do more of his thing, and be already established as a superhero, even though he says he's not really a hero. A few other flaws here and there, mostly in the writing, but it was mostly perfect and exactly what we expected in a Deadpool movie. So it definitely deserves its a high rating. All right, well, that completes my analysis of the movie Deadpool, which I just saw recently. I spent my Valentine's Day alone, by the way, single this year. And I had a good time anyway, seeing Deadpool by myself. So who needs a date when you got an awesome superhero film to see? Anyway, next time you see me, I'll probably be giving my thoughts on Batman vs. Superman, which I believe is the next superhero film coming out next month in March, at the end of March. So I'm going to be right there in the theater opening day. I'll make sure of that. So stay tuned to see my thoughts of that, and some other reviews I might be doing, and I also might make a video. I just got recently obtained a PlayStation 1 console because my PS2 decided to stop playing PS1 games, and even after I took it apart, readjusted the laser, cleaned it really good, reassembled it, it still doesn't work. So I was like, you know what, I'll just buy a PS1 because there's nothing quite like playing a PS1 game on an actual PS1 console, about the authenticity of the matter. And so I might make a few videos showing off some of my video games. I'm trying to get my PS1 collection back built up because, it's nothing compared to my huge NES and Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and N64 collections. Also have a lot of PS2 games and PS3 games as well. A lot of GameCube games too, so I'd like to make a few videos, with my video game collection because that's something I haven't done yet. You guys have pretty much seen most of my movies and CDs and stuff. Well, actually, no. I should make another video of my CDs. Anyway, I'm rambling here, and I'm going to stop. Go see Deadpool. You won't regret it. It's a very good movie. Definitely go see it. And I am Hellhound. Thank you for watching my show, and until next time.